Hi there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this presentation, I am going to give you the top 11 mistakes that are made by those candidates who fail their job interviews. So if you have a job interview coming up for any role whatsoever, I strongly recommend you watch this presentation from start to finish, because not only am I going to give you those top 11 mistakes, I'm going to teach you how to avoid them. And having personally interviewed hundreds of candidates over the years for various job positions, I am well placed to teach you how to pass your job interview. And just very quickly, before we get into those top 11 interview mistakes, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. I am on a mission to help as many people as possible to pass their interviews. I can only do that if you are subscribed to the channel. Please give the video a like. And if you are on LinkedIn, you can connect with me on that platform by clicking the link in the description below the video. So let's get started and let's get straight into those top 11 common mistakes made by those candidates who fail their interviews. Interview mistake number one is the fact that those people who fail their interviews turn up to the interview either late or just in time. Now, if you arrive at the interview venue at least 20 minutes before the scheduled interview start time, this gives you time to compose yourself. It gives you time to read over the job description and your resume before you go into the interview. If you have an interview online, my advice is to log onto the platform at least 10 minutes before the interview is due to start. This shows that you are prepared, and as I said, you can compose yourself by reading the job description and by getting yourself composed for the interview. Interview mistake number two is not dressing professionally for your interview. So it does not matter whether you are attending a face-to-face interview or an interview online, please make sure that you dress professionally for the interview, because how you dress says a lot about you as a professional and what you think about their organization. Interview mistake number three is not being able to recite your resume or your CV during the interview. Now, there is a strong possibility that the interviewer will say to you, walk me through your resume, walk me through your CV. And if you are unable to do that, that demonstrates that you are unaware of how your skills and qualities are relevant to the job that you have applied for. So make sure before you attend your interview that you are able to recite your CV or your resume. And that also ties in with making sure that you get to the interview venue in good time, because then you can either sit in your car or in the reception area and read through your resume. Interview mistake number four is failing to research the company that you are applying to work for. Now, at some stage during the interview, the interviewer is going to say to you, tell me what you know about our company. And this is one of the main reasons why people fail their interviews, because they cannot say what the company does, what they are about, and the different products and services they offer to their customers and their clients. So before you attend your interview, make sure you research their company, go on their social media platforms, go on their websites, find out what they do, a little bit of history about the company, and also make sure you find out their latest news stories. Interview mistake number five is talking negatively about your former employer, your work colleagues, or your boss. So when the interviewer says to you, why did you leave your previous job? Or why do you want to leave your current job? Never talk negatively about your previous employer, your work colleagues, or your boss. You should always be positive about your experiences in previous roles, because again, it says a lot about you as a person. It is very important to be positive about everybody and everything during your interview. Interview mistake number six is failing to turn off your mobile phone before your interview commences. Now, it's really important that before the interview starts, you silence your phone, and you turn off notifications on your laptop or your computer if you are undertaking the interview online, because that shows that you are fully prepared and you are focused totally on the interview. Interview mistake number 7 is failing to be positive during the interview. Now, positivity attracts positivity. So it's very important that throughout your interview, you smile, you are pleasant, and you also demonstrate really good manners. Always be positive about everything that you talk about and demonstrate high levels of enthusiasm if you want to pass your interview. Interview mistake number 8 is failing to read the job description before you attend the interview. The interviewer is going to assess you primarily against the job description throughout the interview. So it's really important that you have an understanding of what the job description includes and how you have already demonstrated the key requirements of the role within this important document. So please make sure you get a copy of the job description before the interview starts. Interview mistake number 9, and this is a big one, is failing to give evidence of how you meet the requirements of the role during the interview. Now, the interviewer is going to ask you a series of behavioral interview questions that assess your ability to carry out the role to exacting standards. So my advice is to make sure you have previous experience of where you have worked as part of a team, you have solved difficult problems, you have worked at pace, and you have provided excellent customer service. Make sure that you provide evidence throughout the duration of your interview, and you are far more likely to be successful. Interview mistake number 10 is failing to be fluent or confident in your answers during the interview. Now, understandably, you are going to be nervous during your interview, and the interviewer will take this into consideration. However, it's really important that you try to be as fluent as possible in your responses and you have confidence in your abilities to meet the job description. And the way to achieve that is to make sure that you undertake a series of mock interviews before you attend the real thing. Now, within the description below this video, I have placed 10 interview questions that I believe will come up during your interview. Make sure you practice your responses to all 10 questions before the interview starts, and again, you are far more likely to achieve success. Interview mistake number 11 is failing to ask smart questions at the end of the job interview. Now, once the interview comes to a close, the interviewer is going to say to you, "That's the end of the interview. Do you have any questions for us?" Now, lots of candidates say, "No, I don't have any questions. You've answered everything during the interview." And I think this is missing a great opportunity to demonstrate that you are a smart person and you care about the future success of their organization. So here's 3 smart questions to ask at the end of your interview. Number 1, what would you need me to concentrate on within the first 30 days of starting in this role? Question number 2, what's the culture like within this organization? And question number 3, what advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to do a really good job in this role? Now, those are 3 really smart questions that you can ask at the end of your interview to impress the interviewer. So that's my top 11 common mistakes that are made by candidates who fail their interviews. Now, if you want to pass your interview and be the standout candidate, please make sure that you click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video and head over to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my top 21 interview questions and top scoring answers. It's a brilliant guide. You can have it within your inbox literally within 2 minutes from now, and it will help you to pass your interview. Finally, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I am on a mission to help as many people as possible to pass their interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please give the video a like, and don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn link is in the description below this video. Good luck, and I wish you all the best for passing your job interview.